Anybody who wants to put out the pre-emergent, today's the day. All right, so it's Friday, and Michael Cook, there he is, way up there. He's here joining us to talk about some movies. One is in the theaters, the other one is streaming. So Michael is here to talk about Our Friend and Chef.
Yes. Let's talk about Our Friend first. This movie stars Casey Affleck, Oscar winner, Dakota Johnson, and Jason Segel. It's based on a true story of three friends, Dakota Johnson and Casey Affleck's character. They're both married. And unfortunately, we learn at the very beginning of the movie is that she has been diagnosed with terminal cancer. Her and Casey Affleck are struggling with it. They have two young daughters. And Jason Segel's character is their best friend, and he ends up coming to live with them to help take care of Dakota Johnson in her last months in this movie. You know, as I described the film, it's clearly this is going to be a tearjerker because there is very serious issues of life and death and regret and friendship that are woven throughout this movie. It's told in a series of flashbacks where, you know, we first, we meet the couple when they're just getting started. Dakota Johnson is she's a young stage actress, and Casey Affleck, he's a writer, a newspaper writer, and we sort of follow their lives while Jason Segel, he's kind of rudderless. He doesn't have a real good job, doesn't have any real relationships, but he's still a sweet soul, and you just can't help but empathize with him as a person because he cares and he wants to help out his friends in this really tough time of need. I enjoyed this movie very much. It was very touching. Heartbreaking at times, but also at times it did bring many smiles to your face, partly because of Jason Segel's just fantastic comedic timing. But it is a tearjerker of a film because it's a very tough subject. You can watch it at the theaters, or you can rent it on Amazon Prime, depending on which one you're more comfortable with. I gave this movie an 8 out of 10.
Okay, I was wondering if I was going to get a 9 out of that, but okay, 8 out of 10 is good enough.
Not bad, not bad. The next movie to talk about is available on Netflix, and it's called Chef. This is from actor-director Jon Favreau. This film came out in 2014. In this movie, he plays a chef. He works in a restaurant. He's a fantastic chef, but the restaurant owner kind of constrains his creativity and just keeps him doing, as he called him, just play the hits. And as this movie begins, it's clear that this movie is almost a metaphor for Jon Favreau's real life, in that he was a director of mega movies like Iron Man and The Avengers and so on, but then he kind of fell into a rut. And this movie is kind of a metaphor for that. So what happens in this movie, he gets into a big argument with the boss and ends up having to quit and leave his job, and he decides to create a new business by opening up a restaurant in a food truck, and goes on the road to get the food truck. At the same time, begins to bond with his young son, and they develop a real good father and son relationship. This is a movie, while the last movie you needed to bring handkerchiefs, this movie, do not watch it hungry, because there are plenty of fabulous food scenes that will leave your mouth watering and just make you wish you were, no matter how good of a chef you cook you are, you wish you were better. Jon Favreau is probably one of his best performances in a long time. Is fantastic as the chef who really needs to get his life back in order, and a lot of great cameos in this movie, like Scarlett Johansson, Robert Downey Jr.
Really?
Sofia Vergara plays his divorced wife. But just a lovely, lovely film that I thoroughly enjoyed and thoroughly recommend. Rated R for some language, but I give this movie a 9 out of 10. Okay. So two different movies you want to see. If you just want a feel-good, lighthearted movie, Chef is the one for you. If you want something a little more kind of some people like tearjerkers, then Our Friend might be the one to watch for you this weekend. Was it the cameos of the Avengers cast that kind of brought it up to the 9? Tell me that's what really did it, right? It has to be more, for me, it has to be more than cameos, but it was nice to see these actors in these small roles that they did a good job with what they were given to work with. All right, Michael, both of them sound pretty cool. I hope to check them out. Thanks so much. Have a great weekend, too. You too. Hey, let's go check in with